Get started now. Thank you guys for coming out tonight and for your interest in applying to be a board member next year. So we're not going to be doing any announcements. We're just going to be discussing the election. So this is our agenda for tonight. So we're just going to discuss the board positions and give an overview of the applications, and then give an election process timeline. And lastly, we'll do question and answers in case you guys have any questions.
To begin, we have one position available in HCASF and one position available in UPD for the president position. The role of the president can be categorized in two different ways. So one way is as the official spokesperson of the organization, and the other is the management, delegation, outreach, and sort of like the behind the scenes work. So as an official spokesperson of the organization, the president would conduct general meetings, events, and board meetings. They would need to present important information for members to know, such as announcements, dues, and any other updates like from faculty. So they communicate with the HCA faculty, ASI, and other on-campus organizations, whether that be through email or Zoom meetings or even in-person meetings.
And we also deal with management, delegation, outreach, and other behind the scenes work. So what that is we usually organize general meetings and events ahead of time. So this is usually done during board meetings with other officers. We kind of create like a timeline of what we want the semester to look like. So we take note of when we would like our meetings to be held, what time, if we want a guest speaker to come in or a workshop. So that's where we take the time to discuss all that. And we also assign responsibilities to officers. So we update them on what they need to get done and what they have to do. We also reach out to guest speakers to invite them to present in meetings. And we usually have some help from faculty to reach out to the guest speakers. And we're also in charge of answering questions and emails from members. And we take care of graduation gear, so the sashes and cords and tassels. We take care of ordering them and then distributing them to students.
Hello, everyone. So there's one position for a vice president for HCASF and one for UPD. The vice president for both orgs assumes the duty of the president when the president is absent, or they're not able to attend, like let's say they're doing something else, so the vice president will be there to help. And then we also work closely with the president, so a lot of the tasks you saw on the previous slide that presidents do, the vice president will either delegate some of those tasks, or work alongside them and just kind of make sure everything's flowing correctly. And so these tasks include organization and planning of meetings, communicating with faculty, partnering with organizations, and then also with guest speakers as well. And then we also promote events online and as well as on campus, and we answer questions and emails. And then something extra that we've been doing now with being online is that the vice president will record meetings and upload them on YouTube and Discord, as I've been doing. So yes, that's the vice president.
So for HCASF and UPG, there's a secretary position, and the secretary position is responsible for creating sign-in sheets and other forms, interest forms, polls that are used in meetings, organizing and storing documents / flyers in a designated Google folder for easy access. We also maintain records of the organization and actively recruit members, as well as handle all information related to HCASF or UPD membership. And currently there's one position for student forum and one position for UPD.
And then for the HCASF and UPD treasurer, they handle all financial affairs and budgeting of the organization, as well as maintaining all necessary accounting records. which is checking payment of dues and sending the list of students who paid to presidents and membership coordinator. They are responsible for organizing, planning, and executing all fundraising activities for HCASF. And they create and manage CashNet, which is for membership dues and graduation gear. There is one position for HCASF and one for UPD.
Okay, and so right now there is membership coordinator for both the HCASF and for UPD. Membership coordinator, the director and the coordinator, they recruit new members throughout the year, and they also create, maintain, and actively update our Google. We have a Google Excel spreadsheet that has all of the members who have come to the meetings and all the fundraisers that happen. We also are responsible to see who comes to our meetings and to make sure they get their credit for any meetings, events, and fundraisers they attend. They create the slides for the meetings and events, inputting information and such as announcements. I have been also doing the newsletters that have been being sent out as well.
And for public relations, there is HCASF and UPD. The primary responsibilities are creating flyers and other programs to promote organizational meetings and events on social media platforms such as Instagram and Discord. Flyers are to be sent to faculty and are also to be posted on Beachboard, Discord, and on campus facilities. Tasks also include taking pictures of all events if they are in person, and also generating membership interest through media and advertising. And there is one position for HCASF and one position for UPD.
And we have a HCSF student liaison position as well. So they serve as a representative and a spokesperson for HCSF at the College of Health and Human Services Student Council meetings. They're required to attend monthly faculty meetings, and they give reports to HCSF and UPD of what happens at the meeting. And we usually tell them what to present at the meetings as well. And they have to have an organized schedule in order to attend the monthly meetings as well. And we also have a community outreach coordinator. This position is pretty new. So what they do is plan and execute all community related events. They conduct research of community-based activities that the forum can participate in. They can connect with organizations within the College of Health and Human Services or more externally to collaborate on events to widen the members network and be active with the organizations of similar interests.
And for UPD, there is an event coordinator position. So they would coordinate the aspects of professional meetings and events such as the workshops and the end of the year event. They are responsible for coordinating the event, including planning activities, booking the guest speakers, putting up decorations if it's in person, and ensuring that the event runs smoothly, and they are able to help out with creating the event presentation slides as well when necessary. So now we will go through the board application overview and the election process. So for the board application, if you have not already done so, please fill out the application to apply to become a board member. You can either scan the code, or I think there might be a link in the chat. The application deadline has been extended to Friday, April 8th at 4 p.m. So that is this Friday. After the application deadline, the applicants will receive an email from myself or Brenda informing the applicants of the next steps. So for HCASF, the requirements to apply, the officers should have a minimum of 6 units per semester, maintain at least a 2.0 cumulative GPA, and not be on probation of any kind. For UPD, the requirements to apply, the officers must have completed at least 18 units of HCA classes, must be an HCA major, maintain at least a 3.25 GPA, and also not be on probation of any kind.
And this is the election process timeline. So like we mentioned earlier, the application deadline got extended to this Friday, and the time that we'd like everyone to submit it at the last minute is 4 p.m. And then sometime after that, we're going to send emails between Friday and Sunday. And this will be informing everyone of what they have to do next. And then on April 17th, there's going to be a deadline to submit speech videos to either the HCA Student Beach Board Dropbox or emailed to HCSF and UPD. And then we're thinking of having one last final meeting on April 28th to announce the new board members for next year. And that's pretty much it for the meeting. If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to ask right now or email us if you prefer.
Yes, I had a question. For the speech video, is there a certain topic that you guys would like us to talk about, or just an introduction type of speech?
Yeah, so it's going to be like, we're thinking of having like a 30 to 60-second video, and we just kind of want to know more about yourself and what you can bring to the position that you're applying for.
If we checked off multiple boxes, should we specify that we did, or like how are we supposed to go about that?
So if you're interested in multiple positions, just kind of like narrow down like your top 3, but in the video, just state like the one that you want the most. And then when you send the video to us, either by email or in the Dropbox, you can also indicate like other positions that you're open to filling in as well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mhm.
Don't be shy, ask questions. Right now is the best time. But if you want to email us or DM us on social media, that's an option too.
Oh, one last question. I'm assuming professional dress in the video?
We're not too strict on the dress code, yeah. So you can like wear casual clothes if you'd like.
Okay, because I remember hearing about an interview process and I didn't know if that was that. So,
If you want to dress nice, we're not opposed to it. You know,
okay,
if
thank you.
it makes you feel, you know, confident, professional, power to you. Thank you.
I have a question. So to be, apply for the positions, say like UPD, do you have to be a UPD member first?
You do not. As long as you meet the other requirements, you can run for a board position.
Yeah, for sure, because I still applying for the UPD. So
Mhm.
thank you.
Like some people might be finishing up their 18 units of classes right now, so then they would be able to join and also run for a board position.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
No problem.
And this is just a general question. From your perspective as a healthcare administrative student, as well as a HCA, SF, and UPD members, how were you guys able to balance everything? Because that was one of my major concerns. I take pride in my work, and so I really want to make sure that I don't, what's the word? I want to make sure I give equal time and value to the work that I put in, I guess I should say. So were you guys able to balance it very, very quickly, or did you guys have some slip ups where it was a time consuming part of your life, or it wasn't very time managed well, or what's your overall experience, I should say?
That's a really good question, and that's a good point too. I think it can seem like a lot, but because we have like such a good board, like all and take part and also really fulfill their responsibilities, we're able to keep each other on track and also make sure that everything is going smoothly. So I have not had any problems balancing it with my schoolwork. In fact, I think it's like helped my education as well because I'm able to put those things that I'm learning into action. Brenda, do you have anything to
Yeah,
add?
honestly, I want to agree with Tina. Like, if having the board at your side, to really help each other out, keep each other balanced out, especially since you guys will take similar classes. Everybody understands, the situation, especially with COVID. Things happen, life happens, and you definitely.
You might have cut out there, Jose.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
So sorry. It's where I'm at is bad connectivity. So yes, you definitely balance things out, and you have a wide variety of amazing staff to also kind of help you if you're dealing with something. They're willing to have that conversation and help you with being able to manage your time, and also with like decision making, because these are leadership positions, and there's a lot of those decisions impact a lot of things. So sometimes it could be stressful, especially when you have other things to balance. But with the right board, and I don't know if it was cut off earlier, but I said communication is also a key to being able to balance everything out. So yeah, definitely manageable though, honestly.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Do we have any other questions?
I do have one question. My question is in regards to the 18 units. I'm in my second semester, and so obviously my first semester I didn't complete a full 18 units. Would that count for this semester too, or would it be just from the previous?
Yeah, so once you've completed 18 units, it doesn't have to be in a semester, it can be over time, but once you hit that 18 units mark, you're able to apply to become a member.
Okay, because I'm in the midst of like completing like a full 18 units right now after this semester. So does that matter or no?
Yeah, that can still count. So like if you completed 12 units last semester and then you're doing like, even if you're only doing 5 units this semester, wait, is that 18? Six units, that'll add up to 18 and you're able to. So
Okay,
you should be
perfect.
good. Yeah. Mhm.
I appreciate it.
No problem.
If anyone has any other questions, you can feel free to stay, but if not, you can email us after.
For coming out tonight.
Thank you so much for hosting the meeting.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good night.
You guys too.
Good night, everybody.